Grand Rising and welcome to Early Bird Tea with your girl Rachel Listens. And I'm here to deliver your motivation devotional. You already know by this point we come here, we do this every day. You show up for yourself and I show up for myself in this small little way. And we all just receive more rays into our lifestyle. Why? Because we need them and we're lifestyle baddies and lifestyle bros. Like, why not is the real question. Anywho, today is day 9 of leadership and personal development. Leadership and personal development. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm so soft-spoken today. You know, sometimes I wake up with a lot of energy. Today it's like, I'm very calm. I like that. I like that about myself today. The topic is vision. Jesus consistently cast an energizing vision of God's coming kingdom. His vision was so compelling that his disciples left everything to follow him. In this passage, Jesus tells the disciples that his vision would demand his own total commitment to it. His description was so graphic that Paul rebuked him, but Jesus knew he had to risk his disciples' rejection for the vision by telling them what it would cost to achieve it. Oof. Sometimes you really got to test whether people are ride or die for your vision and your goals by telling him the whole spectrum and seeing how they react towards it. You have to do it so that you can be able to really know whether this person believes in you, one, understands where you're going, supports you, and is going to be able to sit there and trust in the process with you. How people react when you tell them where you want to take, what goals you have or what dreams you have or what aspirations you have is a very, very important thing when it comes to whether or not they're going to be able to sit at the top with you. Okay? And that's a note from Rach. Any leader who paints the goal without painting the path to the goal is in danger of failing to realize the vision. I have an affirmation in my bathroom that says, a wish without plans, no, a dream without plans to get to the dream is just a wish. So you have to dream big, but also set up a sequence of things that you're going to have to do to get there. And if you don't know in the beginning, research. Look at different people who talk about their journey and pick up those things. Like they like to say, trust in the process and keep doing what you got to do. And for whatever dream or vision you have, follow and look at people who are either there or they're on their way there. They're keeping you up to date with the journey and so on and so forth. Like, I feel like I do a big injustice to myself and my presence on, I guess, social media or whatever it is by not keeping track with documenting the baby steps that I take towards my health, towards my wellness, my walking, my fasting, my weight loss, and all this other stuff. But at the same time, I'm still learning, and I also trust in the process and know that regardless if I conquer it in this season, I might backslide and I'll have another opportunity to do it again. And when that opportunity arises, I need to grab onto it and hold it tight and make sure I do the documenting that I need to do so that I can keep people involved and engrossed and empower others with their journeys in doing stuff like that. Like fasting especially, I feel like fasting is very hard for a lot of people and so on and so forth. So I would love to be comfortable enough to talk about it more, bring more people into those spaces as well. Let me continue reading. John Ryan, president of Center of Creative Leadership, writes, Leaders- leadership success always starts with vision. He then adds, compelling visions can change the world, but staying invested in them can be extremely difficult when hard times arrive. Great leaders, says Ryan, cast vision that can be and in fact should be challenging to put into action. You got to dream big. You have to dream big. You have to not be some dreams you don't even know how you'll get there, but every day you just take little baby steps to getting there. You hear something new, you learn something and you employ it into your life and see if it works and try it out for seasons of your life and see if it's going to get you to where you are going. They realize them only by setting realistic, demanding goals and then going after them relentlessly. And then he adds this key statement: indeed, when it comes to living out a vision, persistence matters just as much as inspiration. You can't be inspired but not have the energy to be persistent when it comes to you attacking your goals. You have to channel that inspiration. You have to put it in a bottle. It's like a jar of fireflies. And anytime you forget where you're going, you look at that jar and it lights up and it lights you up and it gets you excited. And I don't support people putting fireflies in jars, but that's just an example of something that reminds me of what that said. Jesus painted a compelling vision, but he never pulled any punches when warning his followers that there would be prices to pay. Leaders owe followers an honest and complete picture when they paint a glorious future. To promote the prize and hide the price is only unfair. Oof. Did somebody just say Jesus was unjust? It is a strong invitation for people to jump ship in the first storm. What I'm going to say about that and about Jesus and so on and so forth, that is something that needs faith. And even as a leader, whoever is following you also needs to have faith and trust and to believe in you. So you can only let them in to as much as you know. But a lot of times when you have big goals that you don't even know how you're going to get there, you don't know all the steps. You don't know everything. So an injustice for this reader who wrote this is that he is telling leaders to tell followers everything, but in reality, I don't know everything. I don't know every step that I'm going to need to take to get to where I'm going. I myself need to have faith in my vision because God placed it on my heart. God placed it on my mind. God placed it within me to follow this path and so on and so forth. So that being said, I can only let you into so much. And at the end of the day, like, it's still a journey that starts with me. Whether you support me or don't, that's up to you. But at the end of the day, I would love your support. I would love the support of my family. I would love the support of my friends. I would love the support of everyone that I spend time with on a regular basis. But at the same time, I don't know everything. They don't know everything. So it's all about just faith. And that's why Raising Your Lifestyle is not about you only getting stuff from me. It's also about me promoting people to get stuff from where they need it. I don't have everything that you need. I'm not knowledgeable in everything that you know. I'm just here to get you connected to who you need to be connected with. That way you can take the steps that you need to take to get to where you want to be. I'm not the answer to all problems. I'm not God. So, and that's just on that. The recommended reading is Mark 8:31-33. He then began to teach them that the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected by the elders, the chief priests, the teachers of law, and that he must be killed and after 3 days rise again. He spoke plainly about this, and Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him. But when Jesus turned and looked at his disciples, he rebuked Peter. "Get behind me, Satan," he said. "You do not have in mind the concerns of God, but merely human concerns." We got to have the concerns of God at hand anytime. That's why for me, I don't overshare. I try my best not to overspeak, because at the end of the day, I've only been convicted to say so much. If I keep digging into it, I'm going to start driving people in the wrong direction. And that's why I try to keep things short, concise, clean, and just straight to the point, because I don't want to start involving myself in a situation that should be between you and God, me and God. This is us showing up for ourselves. This is not you showing up for me. So that being said, it would be unfair not to share. That's all you can do for me. And I thank you for showing up for yourself, because you choose to come here inevitably just to listen to my voice. You low-key are still showing up for me, because I really appreciate your presence. Like I've always said before, I mainly do this for myself, because sometimes I go back and I watch my own videos and I get inspired, and it motivates me and it pushes me to do more. So I appreciate you for that. And yeah, I love you. I care for you, and I really appreciate you. And I hope you look in the mirror today and you tell yourself that you appreciate you. Repeat after me. I appreciate me. Period. Okay? Toodles. Love you.